One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. No is the saddest experience you'll ever know. Yes, it's the saddest experience you'll ever know.
Man's first disobedience, and the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world. All our woe, with loss of Eden, till one greater man restore us and regain the blissful seat. Sing heavenly muse, as on the secret top of Oreb or of Sinai, just inspire that shepherd who first taught the chosen seed. In the beginning, how the heavens and earth rose out of chaos.
Archie, old chap, come here. I want to talk to you about your big adventure in October.
Oh, Peter, we've just been having the most awfully fun time. Isabella's friend took me into the poorhouse to tell me she was going to give me a jolly good seeing to. And then, Peter, the funniest thing happened. She started rubbing me all over and I came over all queer. Oh, won't you come out and play? It's such fun.
Not now. Come on, come and sit down with me. Now, I want to tell you that next week you're off to Christ.
Yes, I've got to say, I'm horrendously excited.
Yes, well, at Christ you'll be representing the next generation of Flaubert Hufflepuff.
Oh, Peter, I know. You've told me 100 times. You went there, and Grandpapa went there, and Great-Grandpapa.
Yes, well, the thing I have to tell you is slightly more grave. Cambridge is no longer the jolly old haunt I once knew. But thanks to those bloody socialists at Westminster, well, I don't know how to tell you, Archie. They've started to let proles into Cambridge.
Papa, no.
Sorry, Archie.
But Peter, I thought they only existed on the television and in magazines. I don't know what to do. But remember when we were little, and Mummy made you stop telling us prole stories because they made me and Isabella cry? Peter!
There, Archie. There.
We were somewhere along the M52, just outside of London, when the drugs started to take hold. And I remember saying something like, "Dad, I think we just missed the exit." Then suddenly there was a terrible roaring all around, and my little sister threw up all over the back seat and all over my stuff. Upon initial inspection, she had made it look as though the automatic window had just been too slow to wind down. But deep inside, I knew. I had the knowledge. She had done it on purpose. She had done it on purpose to ruin my life, just like she always went out of her way to ruin my life. The bitch. Fucking bitch. I was glad to be getting away from it all, from the tortures of home life, the shouting, the fighting, the white noise, the electrodes, the thumb screws, the Chinese water dipping thing, the hours upon hours of squatting, staring into the corner of the garage, not allowed to speak. I was glad to be getting away from it all. Eventually, we were 5 minutes away from Cambridge, and the smell of very partially digested Burger King was becoming unbearable as it rose slowly from the footwells, unstoppably into my nostrils. I emptied the rest of the sick out of my shoes, and then suddenly she spoke. She needed to go to the toilet. This was too much. I wanted to hit her. I wanted to kick her. I wanted to rip out her fingernails and file down the ends of her fingers with an electric sander. As it was, I just gave her a look which told her as much, and she stared blankly back at me. The bitch. We stopped the car by the roadside. She went and did her dirty business by the side of the road, whilst I tried to persuade my dad to leave her behind and pick her up on the way back. But he didn't. Instead, he made me go and pick up bits of onion rings from the carpet in the back. I was glad that I was already very high. Otherwise, I think I might have scalped the bald patch in the centre of his head and poured a crushed packet of salt and vinegar crisps on top and massaged them into the wound. As it was, I just gave him a look which said as much. And pretended to clear up vomit until my sister came back. She rolled up with a smile on her face. The bitch. The absolute bitch. We continued our journey in silence, but I could tell she was laughing. The bitch.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaf hath all too short a date. Sometimes toward the eye of heaven shines, and oft as his gold complexion dims, and every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance on nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest.
Dwayne! Oi, Dwayne!
Where's that? Where's that?
What was that? What was that? You've been there, didn't you? Is that some of the porn that Fat Steve was talking about down the pub? You know, the German stuff. Come on!
No,
Please,
no!
Norman. Is that some of that stuff from school again? I told you, I don't want to see it in the house.
Leave it, Reese!
Reese, what do you think of Playing
It's got some of that stuff from school again. It's got some of that stuff from school.
Reese, stop it! Reese! Lay off him, you know he's got to read that stuff at Cambridge. Oh, come here, Dwayne. No, you know, Dwayne, I'm so proud of you. Just ignore your brother.
Why, I'm not bothered, am I? I'm only going there for girls. I reckon those posh girls will be gagging for it.
Goodbye to Jim on the platform. It was weird knowing I wasn't going to see him for 9 weeks. Jim was my boyfriend of the last 2 years. I love him, but I don't think our relationship will stand the test. I mean, he's off to Oxford, and I to Cambridge. It's like we're being cast asunder to two completely different worlds. The other day, I had to look at a map because I thought Oxford was like just one place. But I'm telling you, it's not. And I never realised how big Milton Keynes is. Imagine Hero and Leander cast either side of the Hellespont. Well, that story ends up pretty badly for those of you who don't know. But basically, Leander swims across the sea every now and again for a quick shag until one day he dies on the way. Apparently the Oxford to Cambridge coach route goes to Milton Keynes 5 times. I can just imagine poor Jim drowning somewhere in Milton Keynes amongst the low middle classes and the bland houses. I can't let him go through that. Daddy says I should break it off with him, but he always said that. He said that his birthday last year when he found out that Jim's dad's a teacher in a secondary school. But I told him love transcends all of these things. And anyway, it's not like I'm going to marry him. But to be honest, I thought about breaking up with him before I came here. It would have been a good time to tell him about what I did in Amsterdam over the summer. I still feel a bit guilty. But it's not as if he never cheated on me before, with Judith 3 times. So I guess I still have one left.